Okay, at the back, that's not great. For a random all select 20 laps where we've got pit stops to do, we've got all sorts. This video is brought to you by the YouTube area of my website. Check out every single video series I've done categorized by game type alongside chronological playlists and extra info at brovie.com/YouTube. Alright, away we go. 44 cars in this random more, which is a random select across all the vehicles in the random all pool. So it's a random all select. We haven't done one of these for a while. Everybody's going to get the same car by the end of the race across these 20 laps that we're doing, but in a random order and chosen from the random all pool completely randomly. So basically what the game does, for those who've never seen it before, this game mode, it's a random all for one person, but duplicated across all 44 of us. So it picks a car selection as if it was a random all, and then gives that car selection to all of us in a random order. None of us know what we're about to get, or when we're going to get them, whatever those vehicles may be. One other little aspect to this, everybody's got to do one pit stop during this race, just to mix it up a little bit and do something a bit extra. We've had 4 people do one and 5 people do one already. A few people actually opted to take it on lap 1. And I've gone from 42nd to 20th in one lap. What a good first lap that was. Okay, Vaca. And we know that the Slamvan Custom is also in the pool. So during these races we generally get a bit of an idea of what cars we're going to get during the race by looking at other people. So I know that at some point during the race in the next 18 laps I'm going to get a Slamvan Custom. We are, of course, on the track that hosted the very first Random All and episode 100. Okay, the Vaca might be a good vehicle to take the pit lane with. So for the pit stop, you want to be in a quick vehicle, really, because the pit lane is longer than the regular track. I think I'm going to do it. Alright, here's my one pit stop very early. The only problem with this strategy is I'm now back behind a lot of drivers. That was the one thing that doesn't work in your favour. There's also a supercar there, it looks like, that I could have done it later on in the race. See, I should have just left a bit more time. Never mind. At least it's over with. Got the pit stop done, don't need to think about it for the remainder of the race. Is that the Ventoso? It looks like we're going to get at some point during this. They're always fun, these races, I think, because they can go multiple ways. You can get a not very good car selection and it can be a boring race, like if just the random all pool that it chooses, like the selection of cars isn't an interesting selection, but sometimes it'll give a really interesting selection of cars, and because everybody's getting it, it's also a competitive random all essentially, where everybody gets the same by the end. Certainly if you have big gaps between the cars and you've got really quick ones and really slow ones, and it closes up by the end of the race. But on the scale of a random all where you can get lawnmowers and tractors and air tugs and stuff at the same time as you can get open wheel cars and GT cars and trucks. I'm being roughed up here. in my Windsor. Probably one of the slower laps, this one. Gotta be one of the slower cars. Seen some decent cars in this selection, actually. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, we survived that. We got lucky to survive that. Holy moly. Okay, so the leg day BMX is in the pool as well. when you see a BMX flying past you at very high speed, you know that's no regular BMX. The pit stops are also gonna be an interesting part of it as well, because it's not just it's not just going to be... Can't believe I've been taken out by a BMX. Now I'm being slowed up by a BMX. That's unfortunate. If I end up like 5 seconds away from the win... The Omnis! We got the... Yes! Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I don't care where I finish in this race now. We got the Omnis. In a selection of 19 random vehicles out of about 700. Everybody in this race has to drive the Omnis. It's glorious. The sheer elation in your voice. I was about to complain about the takeout and say, like, if I finish 5 seconds away from the win, then that takeout was the cause of it. And it was all just completely erased by getting the Omnis. Did not care one bit. Yeah, I should have done the pit stop in this car, just to do an extra pit stop in it. Oh, just to do it, like have some extra time in it. I've already done my pit stop though, I'm not going through the pit lane again. It's beautiful. Oh, I've got to get in front of the stretch before this segment. The Omnis can dip it. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy. We've done a random all select. And everybody has to drive the Omnis. And I get to drive the Omnis. Beautiful. Yeah, I think before I was getting taken out by the BMX, I was going to say the pit stop will make it quite interesting if someone leaves their pit stop till late on and you gain a bunch of, like, you could gain a position on the last lap, not from the random car selection, but from someone pitting. Although I would imagine most people are going to wait until they get one of the quick cars that everybody knows exist in the pool now. Best lap in the Omnis? Of course it was best lap in the Omnis. But yeah, people are just going to go through the pit lane in whatever the quickest car is that they get, I would say. So I don't think you'll find many people leaving it until the last lap. These BMXs are deadly, man. Alright, third of the way through the race, Torrance SSO. Pretty standard sedan. I think this Chiava probably would have been my best lap. I assume it would have been without the BMX takeout. But I'm happy that the Omnis has it for at least a little bit of time. Okay, I've got to keep all this take it all into account. I started 42nd in this race on the grid. On a harmonic start. I'm already in a great position. So whatever I get beyond this is just a bonus. People making their pit stops now, a few of them. Gonna get a position from one pitter, I think. Yeah. Voodoo Custom. This is going to be one of the slowest, I think, based on what I've seen. There are going to be some big gaps as well. It'll all change around towards the end, I imagine, as it closes in. Ooh, that was domestic. Okay, that's instant karma, I think. No name. I wonder if that was also the person who took me out on the BMX. You can yes, Benny both times. Oh, it was? Okay. Yeah, you can pause the game and unpause it. I wonder if I can do it just super quickly. And that should restore people's names for those who aren't showing up. Maybe I can do it in one of the slow hairpins when I'm off throttle and brake. Okay, Slamvan Custom. That Aurora Sport seems like it could be the fastest car here in this pool. The Chiava was pretty quick, but that looks to be, I don't know, I would guess that's the fastest. That's probably what my best lap's going to be set in. Not entirely sure it works during a race. Well, we'll find out, I suppose. Now we'll see. Next time I see Benny. Aurora or the Comet race car. Wait, there's a Comet race car? I haven't even seen that. Well, maybe I have, I just haven't been paying attention. Still got the Ventoso to go. That's going to be a slow lap. The leaders in this race, as so often happens in these random selects, the leaders at the end are probably going to be those who haven't had the Ventoso, and then they'll get it on the last lap and see how far down the order they fall. Because it is pretty slow. What an interesting selection it's given us. Random all select. Giving us a great, interesting race again. That's a good point, what you're saying in the chat. Okay, that's someone else without a name, but that's Sins this time, that's not Benny. So either the pause didn't work or it caused somebody else to have their name hidden. I don't know how that whole thing works, how some names end up getting hidden and some don't. Well, yeah, it's a good point that is being made in the chat. The leg day BMX is probably the best for the pit lane. Stretch. This is going to be one of the slowest. Because the leg day BMX is going to be quite slow around the twisty bits at the end. But the pit lane's more open, so you can utilise that straight line speed. That's the smart play, I think. I definitely went too early on my pit. I gambled on there being no better options than a Vaca. But I should have left it a little bit later, really. Taken my time to figure out what the best option actually is. And also allow the field to spread out a bit more so I didn't end up behind a bunch of cars. Well, we're halfway through the race. There's No Name again, but this time it's Sins. There's others. Oh, Sins was behind me. Oh, someone else with a No Name was in front, actually. RIP. Okay, I feel like I've done all the slow vehicles apart from the Ventorso now. There's the leg day BMX. Okay. Easy, easy. And then we go. Almost. Almost. Holy moly. That was close. I am not jumping. Stop it. Bunch of trolls. You just want to see carnage. I'm in a race here. Like, I want to actually do somewhat well. Or at least try. Try to get maybe a top 10 from starting at the back. You lot just want to see me. You're just here for entertainment, and that's what it seems like. Like, what? Why? Why are you here for entertainment? You should be here to watch me do well in races. Okay, yeah, let's not kid ourselves. Okay, Astro Bar S can't sneak through there. He give me the space, but... Around the outside, the old Trailer Park Girls line. How dare you accuse me of being here for entertainment? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're all here to watch some excellent driving skills, aren't you? I'm just here for the dog. Yeah, that's fair. I can understand being here just for summer. Alright, we're about 2/3 of the way through the race now. My turn for the Tampa. So I've still got probably the fastest and slowest vehicles to go. I've had all the middling vehicles so far and a couple of slow ones. fun collection of cars. I know I said it earlier, but this has been really interesting. Just such a wide variety. Considering it just chose 19 cars at random. It could have chose 19 SUVs. I'm pretty sure we did one of these random all selects once, and it was like boring cars all the way through. But then they can be really interesting. Hey, Benny's back. Benny's name is back. I just lost a bunch of other names above other... I think they've got... Don't they have to be within range for you to see it? I think that's the deal. Oh, it's 2 Stinger GTs together. I love the Stinger GT. It's such a good car. Yeah, I feel like the whole Jesus. I feel like the whole pausing to get people's names back, it works on people who you can actually see in-game at the time. So anyone who was maybe going around the banking when I paused it or was within a certain range, their names showed up. But then there was people over the other side of the map whose names suddenly disappeared. Yeah, that's why it works best in the parking lot before the race, because everybody's just close. The previous lap was my fastest, that's true, in the Resto Mod Tampa. I still think this Chiava would have been the quickest lap so far if I hadn't gotten BMX'd. Alright, 6 cars left. Here's the Ventoso. So we're not getting the slow one at the end. Is it better to lean forward? Or is it better to wheelie? We're going 66. Like 65 leaning forward. Oh, it's definitely better to wheelie, even if you're only getting it up a tiny bit. By 5 miles per hour, 6 miles per hour, at least a little bit. Round we go. This is definitely not the one you want to go through the pit lane with. Okay, I am definitely falling through the order here, down to 22nd. I haven't been in the top 10 yet, have I, during the whole race? I don't know whether I will at all. I did start so far back with a harmonic start as well. And there's that comet. I think that's the first time I've seen it, or at least recognised it myself. I'm hoping there's a lot of people who still need to do their Ventoso lap. Because the way this is going, I'm going to be bottom half. Alright, Sentinel Classic DTM. We've got the Aurora Sport. We've got the Comet. And then one other. Got to make up some position. I've got relatively quick cars for these final laps. Oh my god! I really need to make up the places. I still love this track with the banking, seeing the cars go around the banking as you're going through the infield. It's a classic. We're starting to get some Ventosos now. Comet SR20, alright. That was almost my best lap in that Sentinel. If I hadn't almost rolled it, probably would have been, but I feel like we're about to take a significant improvement on lap time now, if I can keep it clean. Taking some significant improvements in position as well, it looks like. Gotta beat it before the corner. Made it work just. Alright, 18th. I still don't know what my last car's gonna be. I know I've got the Aurora Sport, which I've been jealous of people having all the way through. And then something else. Another, is it? Yeah. Another Ventoso. Here's 17th. Give me something quick. Oh yeah, tailgate at S, okay. So I'm getting that Aurora on the last lap. That was a 1:17, that was the fastest lap so far. Is the Aurora quicker? There's a position from the stretch. So 16th. Oh, can I get that top 10? After a late race charge, as all the top guys get their slow cars, and I'm getting the fast stuff. Has anyone not done their pit stop yet as well? Could there be a position in with that? I imagine not. I imagine everybody's done their pit stop at this stage. 5 positions to get in one lap, depending on what people have, whether that's possible or not. But I'm going to be in one of the quickest cars for this final lap. It's going to depend on what people have in front of me. Alright, here we go. Aurora Sport. Can I get 5 positions to get a top 10 from the back of the grid? Find out in the next 1 minute. 15 seconds. Oh, it is quick on the banking. There's 14th. Oh, it's very quick. This has to be quicker than the Comet. Had to make that move up the inside. Are there enough slow vehicles in front for me to catch up? Here's a stretch. There's 13th. There's a big group of cars in front. Oh my god, it's a mess of cars. I'm coming up on it very quick. Up the inside as much as I can. Someone had to pull off from a takeout. I'm in 9th! Can I get some more positions at the end? Through the middle! Through the middle! Oh, that was close. Wow. Did I get... I got it! By 1,000th of a second I got it! No way! I didn't think I got electric toaster at the line. I knew I got the slam van, but I didn't think I got the Sentinel. A 1,000th of a second. What a finish. 3 wide to the line. 1,000th of a second to get 7th. What a return. That's a pretty good race, I think. Oh yeah, of course. Because the finish line is a checkpoint, so the checkpoint is rounded, circular. And I was in the middle, so I it activated the checkpoint earlier than the 2 on these sides. I mean, I'd already passed the slam van, but It was probably that, yeah. GG's, that was fun. What a great race that was. Randomouse select. So much fun when it gives you a varied selection of cars. That's a good race though. From 42nd on the grid in a race, in a relatively competitive race where everybody gets the same cars by the end. I've gone from 42nd to 7th. I gotta be happy with that. 1,000th of a second, and it was my best lap, a 1:15.6 in the Aurora. Easily my best. Yeah, a harmonic start 42nd. It wasn't just 42nd on a normal grid, it was friggin' harmonic start right at the back, taking ages before I even get to go. It was probably 26 seconds away from first place by the time I got to the line. After the harmonic start. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That was a good performance.